So one of the things that I really was hoping to do this weekend is to give you a real trial run through a race weekend with this SeaSucker roof rack, which essentially gives us the option of being able to run a roof rack or a bike mount without actually having roof racks. So we're not going to get to do that this weekend, but what I want to do is mimic that, all right? So today I'm going to unbox it. We're going to see how small it fits down to travel with, and then we're going to quickly pop it on the car. So firstly, a quick unboxing.
The SeaSucker Talon is a one bike mount, which basically means it has one body with the fork mount on it and a rear wheel plug, which is where the rear wheel goes onto the roof. In addition to that are a myriad of through-axle adapters. So I've got one here for the gravel bike and I have one for the mountain bike as well as the quick release for the road bike.
So the scenario that I'm really interested in is you've got the bike bag, so your bike and all that kind of stuff, and your lycra and clothes and things go in that, and you've got your carry-on bag. How cool would it be if I could travel with this? So I've broken it up, I've put the fork mount on here, and I've got my carry-on bag here. So let's have a go at it. Slide it in there. That's the main mount section. That is the rear wheel section. And then you've got your additional items on top of that. That, you'd have to suggest, is a pretty good solution.
I struggled to get my scales to register any weight, but according to the website, we're looking at 3 kilos for the entire package. So put that in the bag and you're well under even what Jetstar might be looking at.
Pretend we've arrived at the airport and we're going to head and put this on our rental car. So two really important things. The first thing is to wipe down the suckers. I'm going to use that as the technical term, with some water, just a paper towel, and just water. Definitely not any detergent. That is super, super important. Second important thing is obviously to clean the surface of the car that you're putting on it. These things are super, super suctiony, and if there is anything underneath that, we'll actually squash it into the car itself. So clean it, just water, that's enough, paper towel. Okay, so there's a few rules. The first is that you just have to have the bike facing the same way as the car. So no like 90 degrees or like, and not backwards, definitely not backwards. What I am told by the guys who do this is actually the strongest and best surface for at least one of the suction cups is the glass, because glass doesn't flex. So the ideal spot is one suction on glass and the other on the roof, which is what I am going to do today. Okay, so mounting it on, we've got the 2 suctions on the roof, one on the glass, and we're going to just increase the suction on it by pressing these pumps, which increase the suction. I'm just going to do it sort of partially on each one as I go. Move up to the front one. There we go. All right, last piece of the puzzle is the rear wheel mount, which we've popped on there. Pretty simple, same sort of procedure as the other one. You use the pump to lock it down. Again, pumping till our little orange indicator disappears. Strap it down. It's pretty straightforward if I can get away with it. Two more things. The suction itself is up to 20 kilos of a bike. So that's a pretty hefty rig if you're running that, but you can get a 20 kilo bike on there. And the other thing is this is suction based. It's not permanent. So by that, I mean that the suction will decrease over 24, 48 hours. So the best idea, they say, is to remove it. If you're doing multi-day trips, remove it, put it back on, suction away. It puts the suction back up to its original level. As far as performance goes, there's really only one thing you want these to do, and that is not fall off. So I'm going to keep testing these over the next couple of weeks. I've got an adapter for the gravel bike, I've got an adapter for the mountain bike, which is going to give us the option of running sort of slightly heavier, more draggy bikes and see how they go. And when I follow this up, I'm going to talk a lot about the different use cases for it, because obviously the flying to a race thing is kind of useful, but obviously there's a guy running the Ferrari who doesn't want to put a set of roof racks on. I get that use case, but I'm sure there's some other sort of things we can think about as well. So if you have any questions, any comments, any things you particularly want me to test with them, let me know, drop a comment below, and we'll have some, we'll have play around with it over the festive vlogs and the upcoming sort of race vlogs.